Hi, good morning. Welcome to April 6th. So, as I said, I hope you all had a nice Easter, if that's a holiday that's important to you. And in any event, as every day gets a little bit warmer, even up here in New England, we're getting warmer. I hope you get to enjoy the outdoors as much as possible. There we go. Okay. So we'll start by just sitting in our chairs and placing our backs up against our chair. Let's raise our hands and just gently let them float down so that they come to be on our thighs. Check in with your feet, see that they're under your knees and that they're flat on the floor, parallel to each other. Gently take and just press the shoulders back, seeking to align our spines as best that we can. Take your hands down and then just gently, a couple of times, just bring the shoulders up close to the ears. Just an easy up and down. Nice. Okay. One more time. And let them lower down, taking the hands back to your thighs and just thinking about that space between earlobe and shoulder. Okay, elongating our necks as best that we can, continuing that axial extension of the spine from the tailbone all the way up right into the crown of the head. Let's start out by making some faces. So this is just a way to relax all the muscles around the jaw and the forehead and the ears and the eyes. So squeezing, opening, tongue side to side. Anything you can move it, tighten it, loosen it, stretch it. And then come to stillness, letting your facial muscles come to stillness. Take the two fingers on each hand and just place them up by your ear where the jawbones meet and just let them press fairly hard as you make little circles that come down and follow the line of the jaw until they meet. And then make those circles in the reverse, back up the jaw until you get beside your ear again and pressing right into that space just above where the jawbones meet and all along that area. A little bit of massaging right there. And place the fingers down. We'll do a great move now called the lion's breath that is great for relaxing the face. So here's our lion's claws. We're a friendly lion, but we do need to roar this morning. So we inhale. And our roar is with the tongue. Inhale. Inhale. One more time, inhale. And come back and relax the jaw, seeing if you can form a little space between upper jaw and lower jaw. And let's take an inhale in through the nose. Exhale through that space. Inhale through the nose. This formation of the kind of circular motion, let's inhale again. One more time, inhale. Forming the lips into pursed lips is really good for COPD, so you take in the breath through your nose and then you parse it out through your mouth. It's a calming breath as well. So letting your face come into repose. Let's take our hands up on our shoulders. Four fingers are in front and your thumb is behind. And then just circle nice and easy, nice and slow, making them as big or small as you like. Just getting into all those connections that happen in our shoulder joint, all the muscles and tendons and skeletal system that runs through the shoulder. Pause and then reverse. Nice, very nice. And then take the elbows up, extend your arms out, reaching for the far corners. Take and just draw your head down as your arms are out. Inhale, exhale here. And then just lift the head so the gaze is forward and have the arms up, palms up, as if you could hold a softball or something in here. So you've got your palms slightly, they're not rigid, they make a cup. Great. And then we'll just go turn them down, turn them up, turn them down. So thinking about this idea that the hands and arms are only following what the shoulders are doing. So the shoulders come forward and then the shoulders go back and the hands just follow that and the arms. Okay, and now end with your palms up, inhale them up, press the palms together, exhale down to your heart space, thumbs towards your heart space, and namaste, welcome. And we'll bring our thumbs back, and again, take our hands down to our lap. Let's turn our head so we look over towards our left shoulder. Let's pause here for a moment, just letting this stretch in the neck. Experience the intake of the breath. So you might find with each inhale and exhale, you get just a little more stretch in the neck. You're also thinking about that the shoulder is down. Now inhale, take the head over to the other side, gazing off to the right. And taking a couple of inhales and exhales. And for me, this is my looser side, my tighter side. And then we'll just go back and forth. So inhale and exhale. Inhale, move. And exhale. Inhale, move. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. And then take and angle your chin down towards your armpit. So we're over here towards, excuse me, the left side. Gently take the right arm slightly behind you, maybe even hooking it onto the chair. Take the hand forward, lift the head over to the other side, angle it down towards the right armpit. Take the left armpit. Take the right hand slightly behind you. Again, breathe into that neck cord. And let's inhale forward, and we'll do that one more time. So angle it, excuse me, down. And we take the left arm behind us. Lift the head up, angle the chin down, right arm behind us. Nice, and come forward. Let's bring our arms forward, bring them up beside your ear, thinking about those fingertips, gently reaching towards your ceiling or towards our tree branch, but they're not up here, they're down here in terms of the shoulders. Okay, so we keep the shoulders down as much as we can. Great. And now let's go side to side. So feeling this stretch come out of the side body, like it's sliding up and back in place and sliding up. Great. So it's your arms move only because the The muscles between the rib cage are moving and your shoulder is moving. And thinking about the way the ribs are situated on the spine and that they come forward and connect here to our sternum. They surround our lungs and they move. So it's a movable place where we can fill the lungs with breath and the ribs move with them. And now just take your arms down into cactus, holding those arms out, upper arm parallel to the floor, and then bring them together as best that you can. Perhaps your whole forearm touches, just receiving a nice stretch through the upper back. And release down. Nice. Let's lift our left leg up. And first we'll just bring it in towards us as much as allowed, and then just release, open. Nice and easy, open and close. You can do it with the hand, without the hand. Nice, now take it into circles. Waking up our hip joint. Hello, wake up. And other direction. Nice, and place that leg down. Going to the right side, first take it up, squeeze it in towards you. Bring it down and then side to side. Now it doesn't have to be this big. It can just go a little bit side to side. And in fact, if you've had a hip replacement, you should keep this motion small. And circle. Nice. Following whatever precautions you've been advised by your medical team, your medical doctor. And down. Nice, and scoot back in the chair just a little bit more. Slide those feet forward, lifting them up if you like. Flex back, point, flex, point. I splurged last week and I got a pedicure, something I like to do, but I haven't done it, gosh, year, maybe more. Just hasn't felt like it was that important. Point and now alternate. So it's fun, feels like spring, feels a little bit like bringing back something in my life that was a part of my life. And so it's got a little bit of normalcy to it. All right, lifting those legs again and just go back side to side. And of course it was super safe. You know, they're all wearing masks. They weren't busy. And you're not really in there long. Toes together, apart. And the thing about pedicures, so we always think about them as we're getting our nails done, our toenails painted, but it's really good for, and then down, for just general upkeep of your feet, because they always massage your feet. They always take all the calluses away on your feet. So, and then there gets to be a point where just this idea of reaching down and clipping your nails. And for me, it's also a matter of sight. Can I see them well enough to clip them well enough? So anyway, lots of great health reasons to go in and get a pedicure. They also will massage your legs, your calves, and all of that. So, okay, there's my public service announcement for pedicures. All right, so let's just start getting into our jogging legs. So just recognizing as we do this jog, we probably wouldn't be lifting our legs this high, but we can because we're in the chair. I always have to piece in this idea of adding the arms. So opposite arm, opposite leg, jogging, nice. Nice. And choose a destination. Someplace you haven't been, someplace you really want to go. Maybe you have your mask on, maybe not. Maybe you're going someplace and you're far away And it's totally and completely in your imagination. Let your imagination just run wild. Nice. So this is our high stepping jog. And it might be that we're, saying hi to people as we go along, as we jog down the street. Let's slow it down. Take it to jogging arms. Slow motion jog that you see the hero and heroine of all the movies. They have to slow motion, the exciting scenes of when the hero or heroine comes to the rescue. And 3, and 2, and last one. And hands down. Okay, let your body come into recovery breaths. Nice. And let's come a little bit forward in our chair. Take your right leg out. So it feels pretty straight. You still got a little bit of bend in the knee, and you've got your toes, foot flexed. Take both hands on top of the left thigh, and then lean forward. Again, our hip hinge, the whole spine comes forward as one, your whole torso. And feel the stretch you're creating in your calf and in your hamstring. At the same time you're leaning forward, you're still pressing into the chair with your sit bones. Great. Come back, switch legs. Right leg goes out, anchored by the heel, toes, foot flexed, pressing up, and the hands come to the right leg and your hip hinge. Stretching it out. Nice. Your leg will tell you when you've gone far enough. And come back. Nice job. Great. So let's scoot back in our chairs. We'll come into a series. I believe we did it last week. So starting with our hands, it's going to get into stretching, twisting, all sorts of things. So we have our hands down at our side, inhale up. Hands come down to your end. They come down into prayer pose. We go up again. Take the hands behind the chair, lean forward with your sternum. Come back, lift the left knee, lift the right knee, twist over to the left, twist over to the right, hands on your shoulders, side bend, and hands together, out to cactus, up, 5-pointed star, and down. All right, do the whole thing again. Inhale up, and down to prayer. Inhale up, down to the back of your chair, and then lean forward with the sternum. Come into one knee bend, the other knee bend, twist, twist, hands on your shoulders, side, side. Take those arms together, open them up into cactus. Inhale up, 5-pointed star, turn the palms, and down. One more time, turn the palms. Inhale up, down to prayer. Inhale up, hook the arms, sternum forward, straight back, knee lift, twist, twist, side, side, elbows together, back out to cactus, up we go, turn the palms, and down, nice. Shake out those shoulders, open and close the hands, shake them out, nice. Let's come a little bit forward in our chair. And we're going to do where the arms cross the body. So cross the body and then we turn and lengthen the leg. And come back and lengthen. This is why it's good to do this one somewhat on the edge of your chair and back and turn. So we get a nice twist going on here, a nice stretch. Nice. I'm going to change it up. Hand goes up. Hand goes up. Keep it going up. And look at it as you go up. Now I'm going to change it to down. Down and down. And down and down. And let's pause. I'm getting a little rug burn on my feet. Not really. Inhale. And exhale. Let your chin draw down. Let your head be heavy. Relax again through the jaw. All those muscles in the face, let them relax. Inhale, exhale. Let your lips be nice and loose. Just give a little shake, encouraging that sense of letting go. Just letting go. Take a couple little side movements here. Nice. And inhale. Back up so you're gazing straight ahead. And you know you're gazing straight ahead when you feel like your chin is level with the floor. Okay, and then you can find something that is straight ahead at your gaze to focus on if you'd like. All right, we're going to come into that movement again, only we're going to use all three arm movements going side to side. So it'll be high, high, center, center, low, low. Okay, so turning, so high, center, high, middle now. Middle, middle, down, down, back to high. High, high, middle, middle, low, low. One more time through. High, high, middle, middle, and now down, down, down. Last one and we're done. And done. Inhale. Exhale again. Let the head draw down. Nice. Let's slide back into our chair. Lift our left leg, bringing it up, up towards us. Then just gently guide it over. And we'll do this now, and we'll do it at the end of class. We'll do a little bit more with it. For right now, I'm just looking for a hip stretch. So if you want to add to that hip stretch and you're comfortable to do this, you just can place your hand on the thigh and you might get just a little bit more stretch, a little bit more intensity in the stretch. You can take your other hand and just sort of massage your foot, bending the toes back, taking your thumb right into the arch of your foot. I think I've mentioned this before, but at night before I go to bed, I take a golf ball on the floor and just roll on top of it with the arch of my foot. I'm prone to get calf cramps, leg cramps, and if any of you have ever had those, they wake you up in the middle of the night and they're just super painful. So I find that doing that with the golf ball really helps. Okay, bringing up the other leg, crossing that one over. Good hydration also helps. Stretching, after you've done exercise. I also drink Emergency, which has electrolytes in it. So that really helps. So it's shoes, you know, so it's a combination of all sorts of things. But knock on wood, by doing all those things, I don't really get leg cramps anymore. And then if you like, again, just take a massage your foot. If I'm quiet, you can hear my cat snoring. Okay, and just take, she has a tough life. Scoot forward, scissor your feet out. So we're quite close on the edge of our mats. Let's just bring the feet up, down, lift, down, lift, down. One more. And place them down. Now press into the feet, release. Press, release, press. Feel all those muscles engage. One more time, press, release. Okay, going to come into Goddess. So putting a little press into the feet, lifting the arms up, taking them into our cactus pose. Great, now bring the arms together and apart, and together and apart. One more time. Back out to Goddess and just let the arms come down at your side. Taking your hands to your thighs, hip hinge forward, either hands to the thighs or elbows to the thighs. Think about your torso all the way from the tailbone, all the way out in one straight line. So not a caving, but keeping the shoulders back and always feeling a little bit like the shoulder blades are moving towards each other. So elbows or hands on your thighs. Let's just twist to one side. Nice and slow. So you're very mindfully moving from side to side, thinking about this, what we sometimes call a moving meditation. And often that means that you just flow. You don't stop the movement. There is no beginning or end. It's a movement that continues. After a while, your breathing coordinates with it. You come to a place of calm. Your body knows what to do. Breathing knows what to do, and your mind settles. Let's do one more to each side. And come back through center. Roll the shoulder blades. Nice. And scissor the feet back together. Still, but staying at, no, actually we need to be back. We need to be back in our chair. Press your back right against the chair. We're going to do the leg lifts or chair lifts, however you want to say that. And you can have your hands on the chair, on the armrests of your chair, or on your thighs. So with an inhale, lift, lower, lift, lower. 3 more, lift, lower, and lift, lower. So making sure as you do the lift and lower that you're keeping your legs in their 90-degree angle. So let's do more of this. Inhale, lift, lower. So feeling the core, the quads, the hamstrings working. 2 more. Nice. Last one. Just pause, some tapping to the thigh. Come into your breath also. All right, We're going to do a few more. So placing those feet on the floor, feel that contact on the floor. Before we lift, just press the feet into the floor. You'll feel all those muscles engage even before we begin to lift, which will get the core involved. So ready? Inhale, lift, lower, lift, lower. Do two more, and on the last one, we'll hold. Here's our last one coming up. Lift. Keep breathing. Lower at any time that you'd like. And 3, 2, 1. Down. Tap it out. Nice. It's a good way, this is a good stretch to identify those core muscles that we might need to work on just a little bit. So throughout yoga, we're strengthening arms and legs, torso. We're strengthening, hopefully, and moving all parts of the body. And the core can help us with that. So we want to, at the same time, try to get our core involved in this. So let's come to the edge of our chair. We're going to come to standing now, thinking about that core work that we just did. Placing your feet flat on the floor, keeping that angle, taking the arms out, and then again, let the whole torso come forward. Press into the feet, arms up, and release down. Gorgeous job. And here we are in standing. I got that. All right, and we'll come to standing mountain beside our chair, either holding on to it or not, totally up to you. But standing mountain, I need to come, here we go. And so coming to this idea of lining up all the joints, squeezing your toes into the floor, knees over the ankles, hips over the knees, shoulders over the hips, and then just take your arms up nice and easy. We're not even really stretching here. The idea is to just have a sense of your elongated body, that axial extension that we're looking for in the spine. And inhale, give a little bend, a couple little bends of the knees. And then come back to center, let those arms come down at your side, coming back into standing mountain. Inhale. And exhale. Nice. Face our chair. Fingertips on the chair, and we're going to come up onto the balls of our feet and down. Part of the secret of this in terms of balance is again to find that gaze straight ahead, that focus point, that drishti. All right. Let's see if you can come up either without holding on or just a finger from each hand. Let's do one more. And down, and now bend into the knees, a pretty deep bend. Feel those calf muscles engage, feel the Achilles tendon engage. Great. Stepping back just a little bit, again, bend into the knees, this time hip hinge, send the buttocks backwards, and come into chair pose. Checking in with your feet, you might feel that more of your weight is on your heels. Reach up and then sit back down, hip hinge, sending the buttocks back for chair pose. Inhale up, reach, and then sitting back down, extending the buttocks. Last one, inhale up, open the arms, and come back to your standing mountain. So we go out in our poses, and then we come back into standing mountain to integrate those poses. Okay. Let's just face front for a moment and widen our stance. bending into the knees. You can take one hand on your belly, one hand to the back, the low back, just so you can feel this movement. I'm going to get some movement into the pelvis. So tipping the tailbone under, and then extending the tailbone back, bringing it forward, bringing it back. So you can feel the muscles in your low back and your belly working to make this happen. Nice. Okay. Pause in the center. We can also make ourselves go sideways, stretching through the hip. And now you can go all the way around, letting the pelvis make this movement. Nice. And other direction. Again, moving this all important part of our body. We rise up from it and we are grounded through it as well, through our legs. And now come back up to standing. One more forward, one more back, and then take it into neutral. Neutral for you. You're always going to feel that curve of the back right there. That's how the spine goes. We don't want our tailbone way back, and we don't want it tucked. So neutralizing the pelvis as best you can. All right, either facing the chair or just facing forward, we'll come into a goddess, thinking about this idea of a neutralized pelvis. So just bending the knees out and over the feet, bringing the arms up, and then take them into your cactus pose. And just visualize in your mind that you've got your pelvis neutralized and that your knees are as open as possible and out over your toes. Inhale up and just come into five-pointed star. Nice. One more time. Let's come into goddess. Nice, nice, nice. Let's take our hands down for just a minute and think about like just a press into the thighs to open them up. And then one more time, we'll come into goddess. Then we'll inhale up, turn the palms down. Nice job. Scissor the feet back together. Great. All right, let's turn back to our chair. Fingers on the chair, walking backwards till you feel like your arms are extended. Bend into the knees, hip hinge back. Feel the stretch right here in your hamstrings. So lower than the chair, and also this is a supported pose with the hands outstretched. Nice. Tuck under, come forward, almost to the chair, press your belly to the chair, lengthen into a back bend. We'll go between these two things, walking back for a nice stretch of the back, bend into the knees, extend the buttocks backwards. Again, lovely, lovely stretch in the hamstrings. You might feel a little bit more weight on your heels. And then begin to walk forward, coming through straight and pressing belly to the chair. Let's walk back. Bend into the knees. All right, and now if it's feeling comfortable to you, you can take and just give a little wag of the tail side to side, thinking about that lifted, neutralized core. Come center, tuck, come through straight spine, and bend back. And come to center. Take a breath here. I'm going to take a drink. This is my emergency orange flavor. That's why it's this color. Okay. I'm going to do a posture that's going to start on one side, one direction, come to center, and then turn in the other direction. So let's just give it a try, and I'll show you a variation for that if it doesn't feel comfortable. So bringing your left leg forward, your right back, getting ready to come into a lunge, with or without the chair. Bending into your front knee, making sure that you're feeling a stretch in your Achilles. Your back heel is down. Take both hands to the front leg and then hip hinge and give yourself a really nice stretch in the back. So again, torso long and straight, back leg is straight, front leg is bent, and you've got a nice stretch going on in the back. All right, now we're going to come up. I'm going to turn so we face front, our feet are pointed out, and we'll come into Goddess. Now we're going to turn it in the opposite direction. This will put the opposite leg in front, come into a lunge on this side. So bending into that front leg, placing the back one so that the heel is down, and then hip hinging if you like, to increase the stretch in the back. Rise up, turn the feet so that they're pointed outward, come into Goddess, and pause. Scissor the feet together, shake it out, and then we'll do it without the turning back and forth. So coming with your right foot forward, left back, bend into that front leg, that left leg, hip hinge to add a stretch if you like, and then coming up, turn center, and come into Goddess. Come out of Goddess, and then change feet. So whatever foot you had forward, like I believe I said mine was my right. Now here's my left forward, making sure to place that heel down, and again, hip hinge, and come back and end the pose. So we'll do that again next week. This way, front, that way. And what you can do, actually, you could have two chairs, or you could position yourself so that you do it one way, come to Goddess, and then do it the other way to a wall. Okay, great. And let's come back to Standing Mountain. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. One more time. Coming back to your chair, putting your right hand on the chair, bring your weight over to your right leg. So really feel that transfer of weight. The left leg has a little bend to it, and it's very clear that you're not taking nearly as much of the weight on that left leg as you are on the right. But even out your hips. So not sinking in. Okay, we're going to come into the tree pose. So take that leg, angle it outward, still keeping the ball of the foot on the floor, and if it's available, putting your heel on your leg. Then we take our arms up and form any kind of tree that you'd like. These are your branches. You can keep one branch right here on the chair. Feel your length. Remember this idea that trees also sway. That's why they have roots. So they have the ability to sway with the weather. 3, 2, 1. Release down. Release the leg. Come to the other side. So weight over to that left leg. Take the right, turn it outward. Inhale the arms up as you are ready for your, remember the chair, always there for you, or you can do this against a wall also. Branches up in any way that you like. Drishti, breath, sternum forward. 3, 2, 1, release. Shake out the legs. Great job. All right, we'll come back to seated. Standing in front of our chair. Placing the legs right in front of the chair. Begin to hip hinge. Back, bending at the knees. Arms are out. Coming through chair pose to come sit right in the chair. Nice. Scooting yourself back so you feel your back, your spine against the chair, pressing those shoulder blades back. Really enjoying this feeling of that you did a lot of work and now coming back to center. So now we're in seated mountain. Again, that place where we allow the body to incorporate and integrate all the movements that we did today. So let's come back to our hips for a moment. So raising your left leg, helping it up onto the thigh, or perhaps it's here. Press into the thigh if you'd like, to just increase that stretch just a little bit. Nice, nice. And taking your hands to the front of your calf, begin to come forward all as one. And now feel that stretch in your hip. Might feel intense. And then release it. And then come forward. Great. And then release it. And come forward. And back. And now just take and send that leg back and forth. And then lifting it up, bringing it back down, just tap it side to side. And bring it back. Lifting up the right leg, tucking it in, and then guiding it over. And gravity is just going to bring that leg open as much as your muscles allow. And then if you like, a little bit of pressing and pressing to the degree that it feels comfortable for you. You're the ones that know your body the best. And bringing your hands to the front, come forward, all as one, and release. And forward. And release. One more forward. And release. And then just take it side to side. Lifting the knee up, bringing it down, and then just taking it side to side. You don't have to do it that big. I look like I'm taking giant steps. But whatever feels good to you. Just a couple of stamping moves. Great. One more time. Let's bring our arms back and just stretch that sternum forward. We'll hang here for just a minute. So it's kind of like doing a half back bend. And then let the sternum slide back. Let the spine come back to the chair. And again, slide the sternum forward, shoulder blade squeeze, gaze upward if you like. And come back. This really is the last time. Arms come back behind you. Sternum comes forward, looking up. At the same time, press your feet into the floor. So we make this a full body movement. And come back. Arms come up. If it's available, take one elbow into the other. Just add just a little bit of intensity to the stretch between the shoulder blades. And now looking at which one's on top, we're going to open and put the other arm on top. Nice. Again, just feel that intensity between the shoulder blades. So all of this we're adding to the stretching that's available to you and release for everyday life. That's what this yoga is all about, everyday life. It's not about achieving certain poses or getting to this place where you can do headstands and handstands. We want you to feel agile, mobile, and with range of motion so that you can go about your everyday life, safely walking, safely gardening, safely driving, all of those things. And then if you get in situations that produce anxiety, having that ability to turn to your breath, to just for 1 second, just take 2 seconds to just settle your mind just a little bit. Great. Taking your hands, you either cup them like this if you like. This can be a very comforting place, or place them on your hand, on your abdomen, or maybe you've just got them on your thigh. But coming to close your eyes, let every muscle relax now. Feet are gently on the floor. You feel the back of the chair into your spine, but you're not pressing into it. You feel the support of the chair seat against your hamstrings. And you let your lower jaw separate from your upper jaw. Add a little movement if you feel that things have tightened up again. Eyes are closed. Your mind is still right here. Your mind is still in this present moment. Noticing the feeling of your hands wherever you have them as they touch your body. Notice the movement of your chest as you inhale and exhale. Hear the sound of your breath as it comes in and as it comes out. Your breath is your own rhythm at this point, your natural breathing pattern. And is there any place on or in your body that feels tight? See if you can direct the breath to that place. As we center every day when we start class, we also center again as we end class. Beginning. Beginning well or beginning poorly. What is important is simply to begin. But the ability to make a good beginning is also an art form. Beginning well involves a clearing away of the crass, the irrelevant, and the complicated to find the beautiful, often hidden lineaments of the essential and the necessary. taking your hands in prayer, reaching your thumbs towards your heart space, holding on to the peace that you just created in class. The light in me and the light of this day honors and sees the light in each of you. May your day unfold smoothly and with ease. Namaste.